Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mark here, checking in at Ditching a Drink. Hope you guys are well. In this video, I'm going to talk about a few tips and tricks I've been using over the last coming weeks to ensure I don't relapse in early sobriety. So yeah, let me get straight into it. First of all, if you're an alcoholic like myself and you resorted to the home drinking, the likelihood is you're going to have empty bottles, full bottles around the house, wherever you're staying. So what I recommend you do is get a couple of black bin bags, root the whole place of any alcohol, whether it be empty bottles, full bottles. If you don't want to see the full bottles go to waste, maybe give it to a friend or family member who maybe put it to use. So yeah, you need to get rid of it all. So that goes to empty bottles, full bottles, bottle lids, cans, branding, packaging, anything what's alcohol related you don't want to see wherever you stay. Secondly, make sure your home is clean. Again, if you're an alcoholic like myself and you resort to the sofa drinking, the likelihood is your home's not going to be very clean. So I go off, if you've got a clean home, you've got a clean mind. So make sure your home's clean, make sure your washing's done, make sure your bedding's clean, make sure your carpets are clean, make sure your bathroom's clean, make sure your pots are washed. You know, all these simple things. It may sound simple what I'm saying to you guys, but it really does help, I find. So make sure your home's clean, generally clean. Hoover up, clean your pots, do your washing, and you'll genuinely feel better for that, as well as not having any alcohol in the place. I felt 30-40% better with just that alone, knowing that I can come home to a nice clean place, knowing everything's in place and everything's in order. Number three is make sure you've not got access to vast amounts of money in early sobriety. This can be a big trigger for people. So take contactless off your card when you go into the shop. Maybe give your card or any money what's laying around the house to a friend or family member so you're not more reluctant to go to the shop and buy a drink. Just simple tools like this, if you're going out for a bottle of milk and you've got contactless on your card and you go out with the exact money for milk, you're not going to come back with alcohol. So just make sure you don't leave yourself vulnerable when it comes to money. Make sure when you go out, you just take enough money for what you need to go out with. Make sure when you go shopping, you write a list of what you need and just get that only. If you need something else, like a piece of clothing, maybe order it online so you don't have to go out to the shop to buy it. Just all these small, simple tricks, so you're not leaving yourself vulnerable to relapsing. Anything like this, I think, really helps. Number three is you're going to ask, how can I be social if I'm not drinking in early sobriety? You know, that's a very easy one. What you want to do is ask a few friends you've not spoke to for a while. Go through a few friends who don't drink. Maybe just give them a message. Say, do you fancy a coffee? Do you fancy going out for something to eat? Do you fancy a walk? You know, something what's not related to the pub, club, social club, or wherever you go to socialise. Find new things to do. Whether it go walking, whether you like going to the gym, whether you like going for coffees, whether you like eating out. There's so many things you can do what doesn't revolve around drinking. Cinemas, I find they're good. Just anything, just to keep your mind occupied what doesn't revolve around drink. Have a walk around the park, you know, take a walk down the street, anything. Maybe go swimming. Just open your mind up to different things, what you could maybe do where you'd otherwise be sat in the house drinking or in the pub drinking. Um, Another thing is you're going to be spending most of your time, downtime, wherever you're staying, whether it be house, flat, whether you share a place, whether you're living with your parents. So make sure you've got some self-entertainment. So if you like playing PlayStation, play the PlayStation. Xbox, Netflix, Spotify is a good one. Make sure you got some entertainment to hand because you're going to be spending at least 50% of your time in your home. So you want to make it as comfortable as possible for yourself. Make sure it's clean. Make sure you're entertained. If you like listening to music, download a few albums on Spotify. If you like watching videos, fill your time watching Netflix. Eating junk food like myself. Another thing is, if you live on your own, make sure all your bills are paid. Make sure you got enough shopping in, so you're not reluctant to go out. You know, just say you need to nip out and get a pack of butter. You don't need to because write a full list for a week's worth of shopping. make sure it's in the house, make sure you only go out when you need to go out. You know, sort of like lock yourself in unless you've got plans. If you've made plans with someone, by all means go out, but don't go out off the whim saying, oh, I need a dozen eggs from the shop, say, so I'm going to go to Tesco, and you take your card out with you, or you got contactless, you know, and you're near the beer aisle, you're more reluctant to just contactless on your card and then come back with alcohol. I've not done it yet, but you know it can be done. So don't leave yourself in those situations. You know, if butter's £2, take £2 for butter. Come back with the butter. You can't spend any more on alcohol. Disassociate your friends. Well, disassociate from friends what we're drinking or what did entice you to drink. Doesn't mean you can't be their friend, but this isn't a healthy environment to be in if you're trying to stop drinking in the early days. So doesn't mean you can't be friends with them. By all means, message them, ask how they are. You know, if you're confident enough to tell them what you're trying to do, maybe tell them so you don't get messages on weekends saying what are your plans, etc. If you're a social drinker. So just leave yourself in the best possible position you can in early sobriety. Make sure you're comfortable. Make sure your fridge is stocked up, your freezer's stocked up, your bills are paid, everything's in order, and then you have no reason to go out the door. You know, you sort of have to like lock yourself in early sobriety, or I find I did. I only go out whether I've got plans, or I only really go out unless I've got plans. You know, I don't feel confident enough just to go out off the whim and say I'm going to do something. You know, I've got to leave myself in the best possible position to make sure I don't relapse. So yeah, these are just a few simple tips and tricks you can use to make sure you don't relapse in early sobriety. I'm sure there's a load more out there, but these are just the ones I've been using. If you want to hear some more videos like this, make sure you comment, like and subscribe. And if you want to jump on and maybe do like a podcast or something, or you know, you want to tell your story and put it out there, message me and by all means, I'll put it on. So yeah, hope you guys are well, stay safe and have a good night. Peace.